Hey guys, happy Monday, and welcome to the last episode of my trauma season. So, if you've been following along on this season, we've been talking about trauma and the misunderstanding of trauma. My last one was called Trauma and God, Spirituality During a Traumatic Season, um, just the mind body connection, all those. So, if you've been following along, this is the last episode of the season. And today we are talking about healing from trauma and where to start. So, in my last episode, we talked about, like I said, the spirituality and trauma and a traumatic season and how we, how God or spiritual, whatever spiritual thing that we believe in, the universe, whatever it may be, how that played a part in our traumatic season. For me, I talked about, how I felt very alone and things like that until I didn't, until, God showed up for me and never left my side. So if you are interested in listening to sorry, it wasn't last week, it was a couple weeks ago, the last episode, go check it out. It's a really good one, very spiritual, very emotional. I open up a lot in that one. So if you kind of want to connect in that way, go ahead and check that one out. So, back to today. Um, we're going to talk about healing and the way that, this is all based on opinion and some research that I've done and things like that. So, you can take it for however you want to. And let's get started. Have you ever been so overwhelmed with like not knowing where to start on anything, right? Like for me, all the time, like with everything, like where do I start? If I want to do this, where do I start? Like I get so overwhelmed, I'm just like, okay, I don't know where to start, so I'm just not going to start anywhere. Well, that happens to me all the time. And, have you ever just said, like, I don't know where to start, but, I guess I'll start here. So that is kind of how I work. Like things that I'm just like so overwhelmed with, and just so many things just all at once, like in my head, like, my anxiety and my thoughts and everything. I just pick a place and then I start there. So that's probably going to be how it is for you about this particular subject. So, we're going to talk about healing. And healing can be so overwhelming and just be like, okay, I have so much trauma. I have so many things that I need to heal from. Where do I start? Healing always starts with just one simple thing: the decision to start the process. That's all. Just one simple thing. Just deciding you're going to start healing from whatever it is. Once you decide that you're ready, you just take a deep breath and start slow. This could look like anything. This could look like drinking more water, which we hear all the time, right? How is one glass of water a day or one extra glass of water going to help us? Well, it actually does, because it's about routine, or adding 5 minutes of quiet time, meditation, or prayer to your morning routine. Now, I don't want you to misunderstand what I mean when I talk about meditation or prayer, quiet time. Okay, so obviously, I'm not saying pray and meditate every morning and boom, bam, you're healed. Obviously, that's obviously not what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm saying to take some time and tell yourself, I'm going to dedicate this amount of time every day to my morning routine. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 30 minutes. And you're going to show up for yourself consistently every single day. Or if you say, I'm going to do it 5 days a week, 5 days a week, you're there. You're there for yourself. You have your morning tea or coffee or glass of lemon water, whatever it is that you do in the morning. You sit down, you find a quiet, comfortable spot, lay down, sit down, whatever, and you decide that you're going to dedicate your mind, body, and thoughts to whatever it is that you're starting to heal from. So that could be really hard, because sometimes we don't want to think about that situation that we went through or that traumatic, you know, thing that happened to us. We don't want to sit there for 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes and think about that. But this is going to start the process of you showing up for yourself every day, and you're dedicating your time because you're going to sit and you're going to start to basically get it out. Whether you have to scream, cry, be quiet, be loud, whatever it is, you need to start getting that time so you can start healing. And you can do deep breathing, you can do meditation, you can do prayer. When I sit and pray and take that time and say, like, I'm having like a really anxiety full morning, and I'll sit and pray, and I just, I pray that, God takes my anxiety away and that I can have a peaceful day and, lift this heaviness off my heart, things like that. So that's kind of how I do it. Obviously, there's more to this situation, whether it's big or small, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is looks for you. Healing's it's going to look different for everybody, right? But the fact of the matter is, you are choosing to start healing. You're choosing to start, and that's the main thing. So there is no wrong or right way to do it. It's all going to look different to everyone. And one thing I will do, and I will give you, is like help, I guess, like suggestions. We can call them suggestions. So, my first suggestion is when you pray, meditate, or have quiet time, like I said, you know, be ready to just, you know, find your space, whatever it is. Whether if you like outside and you like the breeze and you like, the grass, on your hands, and whatever it is, whatever it may be, whatever it looks like for you, find a quiet spot to sit or lay, whatever it is, and just find somewhere comfortable and close your eyes. And I always say close your eyes because closing your eyes takes away one of your senses, so then it heightens the other four senses. So when you close your eyes, it heightens your smell, your taste, your feel. So obviously we need, the main senses that are most important during this quiet time are the feel and hearing as well, because you're going to hear yourself talk. Or, if you're not talking out loud, you're just quiet and in your mind. So it helps you focus a little bit better. So now that your eyes are closed, maybe think about whatever it is, your targeted memory or trauma that you want to heal from. And again, suggestions. I want you to say 5 things. If this like appeals to you and this is something that you feel is going to help you, I want you to say these 5 things. I want you to sit there with your eyes closed, laying, sitting, whatever you're doing. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to say these 5 things. I am not that little kid anymore. I am stronger than I have ever been. I didn't deserve what happened to me. I will not let this overtake my life anymore. I am choosing to heal and let it go. Whatever else you want to add or take away, make it fit for you. But those are just 5 things that I feel like affirmations, if you will, to kind of get you started. Some people don't believe in affirmations. I believe that they're helpful. I'm not going to say they're going to fix everything, but when you're, your mind body connection and you're telling your mind something, it really does help you eventually get to that, feeling of not overtaking your life anymore. I'm ready to let this go. And, it starts helping you get there. So, another thing that I have found to be helpful with healing is realization. To realize this is not going to happen overnight. I have been on my healing journey, or self-finding journey, if you want to call it that, for about 2 years now. and I am nowhere near done or where I want to be or where I need to be. But I've gotten closer. I feel better, and now I feel more myself than I ever have before, which is so crazy to me because it's like I look 5 years ago and who I was, and it's not that I was fake in any way because I don't ever feel like I've been a fake person. I've tried to be genuine and authentic, but I was such a different person 5 years ago than who I am today. Like mentally, physically, emotionally, all of it. I'm stronger for sure. I'm more, I guess I could say I'm less of a yes person. Like, I kind of used to let people walk all over me. And I'm sure if you're listening to this, you're probably empathetic. You're probably the exact same way. You're probably like, oh, yeah, I'll do that for you, even though you don't want to. Thinking I'm just helping. I'm just being a good friend. I'm just being nice. But you know what? It takes a toll. It takes a major toll on your mental health, your physical health, and it takes away time from what you want to do, what you need to do for your life, your family, your success, your journey. And honestly, I got tired of being a yes person. And that's not the only thing that changed. So much has changed. Me as a mom, me as a Christian, me as a wife, me as a friend, I mean, me in general, in the last 5 years, even 2 years, I have changed pretty drastically. And I've noticed that it's made some changes in my life with people in my life and things like that, but it's okay. And sometimes when you make those changes, guys, I'm going to let you know this right now. Sometimes people in your life, they don't accept the new you. They don't accept who you're choosing to be. But you know what? That's okay. Because I'm going to tell you right now who you are going to be after trauma, after you're healed, after you let it go, after just you're a new person. You're free. You can be whoever the hell you want to be. You're not held down anymore by those bad emotional, memories, and just like you don't want to try something crazy and new, like a new business, for instance, or being an entrepreneur or something like that, because you feel like you're not good enough because of the trauma that you endured as a child or the trauma you endured as an adult in a abusive relationship who told you over and over and over you'll never amount to nothing. You are never going to be successful. Once you let that go, guys, once you realize that's all lie, all of it, all of them, whoever the person is told you that you're nothing, you're worthless, you're never gonna amount to anything, they're a liar. That's their insecurities, and they are pushing those on you. And they know you're damaged or that you have issues from your past that is making you believe that. But once you're healed, once you're even on this healing journey, because I'm not 100% healed. I'll let you know that right now. I am not 100% healed. No way, shape, or form am I perfect. No way, shape, or form am I 100% healed. Believe me, I still have some issues. And I'm okay with admitting that because I'm working on them. But once you are healing, you are going to start feeling like a different person. And that is amazing. And don't let anyone in your life make you feel like it's not. So, back to what I was saying. Like I said, I'm not anywhere near done being healed or anything, but I feel like I've gotten so much better in so many things, and I realized how awesome I can be at some things that I was holding myself back because of my past trauma. And trauma is not just an easy here today, gone tomorrow thing. Just like I've talked about before, trauma can affect every aspect of your life, from your mind, your body, and your soul to your everyday relationships. You as a mom, you as a friend, you as a sister, or, whatever the case may be, cousin, whatever. Sometimes the relationships that we have are affected by our past trauma, especially